Inter Milan just lost 5-0 in the Champions League final. Two finals in 3 years, 0 goals, zero Champions League trophies. The pain runs deep, but back in 2010, under the special one, they ruled Europe. Now it's time to turn back the clock. We're bringing José Mourinho back to Inter Milan in EAFC to fix the legacy, rewrite the story, and bring the Champions League home. Today, we've got one mission and one mission only. Win the Champions League with Inter Milan. But there's a catch. We've only got 2 seasons to do it. And just to make things interesting, please welcome the chaos, Pause's Potato. And if you're wondering, what is Pause's Potato? It's our random challenge wheel that decides how we go about this mission. And trust me, it never makes things easy. Each spin could add restrictions, transfer bans, or even remove key players. The odds completely stacked against us, and if we fail this Champions League challenge, there's no walking away. We'll face a brutal forfeit chosen by the one and only Pause's Potato Pain Wheel. So, let's begin. Can we win the Champions League in 2 seasons, or will Inter Milan fall short once again? This is the team that we have been provided with to complete this challenge, and honestly, it's not even looking that bad. Man like Barella, man like Lautaro Martinez, man like Calasambalahano, Calamasamatangandano. Alright, we're being José Mourinho. So we need José Mourinho tactics, and that means, well, park the bus. And I don't really like a 5-man back. I absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. So we're gonna go with José Mourinho special 4-2-3-1. We're gonna do it wide. We're gonna have 2, wing midfielders. We're gonna have 3 midfielders, 2 being CDMs, 1 being an attacking midfielder, and obviously Lautaro Martinez in the striking position. But I'm gonna be honest with you, right? There are some players that need to be discarded, and we need to bring in some real Champions League winners, some kids, or not some kids, some lads that can win the Champions League for Inter Milan in the space of, we have 2 seasons to do this. We have 2 seasons to do this with the special one. But before we do anything, we're gonna spin the Pause's Potato Wheel. And by the way, guys, the potato that you see on that wheel is, like a respin. It's just respin, man. So we're gonna spin it for the first time today, and we are going to get, nah, bro, I hate this wheel, bro. I genuinely do hate this wheel. I can only make bro, that literally changes everything. I can only make 2 transfers per season, by the way. Okay, so this wheel is gonna be telling us what we're doing for both seasons, and we get a potato. So we're gonna respin. I would love to get, it's even spelled wrong, buy a Champions League winner. I would love to get that. That would be like a calm, a chill one. You know what I'm saying? I literally just said I hate 5 at the back. We're not real. Yeah, nah. Will, you're not real, bro. You're actually not real. Bro, we can only sign players from one country, bro. So we have to find a league and just be like, oh my gosh, bro, that's so stupid. That's actually, bro. So we can only make 2 transfers per season. We have to use a 5 five at the back formation, and we can only sign players from one country. This could genuinely be cooked. So we have to switch the formation from the 4-2-3-1 to something with a five at the back. I don't like the 5-4-1. I'm not gonna lie with you. 5-2-1-2 is speaking to me. I don't know why. But I like the little, I feel like we already have three center backs. We don't even need an extra CDM, in my opinion. We have two center midfielders sitting right there, and then we've got Mkhitaryan in the camp. And that changes everything for me, right? But with two players needing to go, for me right now, I'm sitting on Darmian and Mkhitaryan. You guys need to go. The one country that I'm going to be thinking of, I've been thinking of, is England. I don't know why. I feel like the country of England, the league in the Premier League, is going to have the best players possible for me to choose from. Pick, refuse, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm going to go into the Premier League, and I'm going to look for myself a midfielder, an attacking midfielder. And I believe, I have a few in mind I could actually get to buy, right? And first things off, right here, let's fix up the age. We want them to be not too young, not too old. You know what I'm saying? We need a bit of experience, a bit more experience in this team. And I believe Bruno Fernandes would be an absolutely beautiful fit to help us win the Champions League, of course, and maybe even Richie. I don't know why. He's an absolutely beautiful player, as in his skills and shit, like his technical ability. And maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold, a former Champions League winner, or even Reece James, also a former Champions League winner. We've already failed to sign Fernandes and Eze. Don't ask me about those negotiations. Those were the worst negotiations of all time, bro. Of all time. And this is why now we're gonna make it work, make it happen. We're gonna make Reece James come to Inter Milan to help us win the Champions League. Obviously, he's done it before, but Chelsea is not going to win the Champions League, Reece James. Let's be real, bro. They're not gonna win it, brother. They're not gonna win it. And that's why we're putting up $40 million. And you know what? Take Darmian off my hands. Actually, you know what? 50. We'll put up 50. We're gonna put up 50. Chelsea. Accept the offer, man. Accept. Chelsea. There's no way. Chelsea. You know what? Take for Tessie instead, man. I'll keep Zielinski. I know the market value is completely different, but take for Tessie instead. Accept that. Okay. Thank you, man. You bald-headed brat. Look at your stupid bald head. Stupid. Okay. Now we have Reece James in our hands to play with. That kind of sounds so weird. I'm not even gonna joke with you, but we're in the negotiation room with Reece James and his agent. We're gonna be trying to get him to come to this club. I think he's gonna be a crucial player. I think he's gonna be the main man in the right back of our team. And you know what? Contract length, I don't really care, because I only have 2 seasons to win the Champions League with some absolutely shitty challenges. So I don't even care. And you know what? Release clause, I don't want any of it. I'll accept that. I love the way you're thinking, I want him to be here for the full 2 seasons and just focus on playing football, you know what I'm saying? 150 bands in your pocket per week. I know you love that, you Champions League winner. Oh my god, I know you love that, boy. Let me tell you, we're gonna submit that offer. Hopefully Reece James is happy with his wage. Reece James is happy with his wage. Let me tell you, brother is happy with his wage. And reasonable offer, and we have got ourselves a Reece James on our hands. Absolutely beautiful stuff. And now he's gonna be walking into the Inter Milan building for the first time. He's gonna meet and greet, meet and greet. You know what I'm saying? Where's Jose? There's the busy man. He's gonna shake it. I gotta make a few calls. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? We need some more signings to ensure that we win the Champions League once again. And you know, Reece James, decently. He did decent in his medical. And Reece James has signed for Inter Milan. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Look at him right over there in the right back. Quick stuff. We are absolutely elated. And now it's time to assign our coaches, because obviously we cannot win this Champions League by just signing players and that good stuff. We got to ensure that we have good coaches all around, from the attack straight to the goalkeepers. We need coaches that are going to help us improve faster. We got 2 seasons to win the Champions League, and let me tell you, these coaches are going to be a part of the reason why we do win the Champions League. If we do win the Champions League, man, I just really don't want to do any forfeits. I'm going to tell you the truth. And we're going to get a coach for each position, because each position needs a little work. Even Summer with his 87 needs a little bit of work. You know what I'm saying? So we are going to ensure that each position gets a little, a little push. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Marcus Thuram. Now, guys, I did put him on the transfer list. I forgot to show this, but PSG put in an offer. I don't care. I need to get him out so I can get a better player in. And frankly, Luis Enrique, I do not want your player. I don't care. You could be giving me Ousmane Dembele. I'm joking. If you were giving me Ousmane Dembele, I'd be so quick to take it. But I don't want this Kang kid, or whatever his name is. Yeah, Kang In, Lee Kang In. I don't want him. I really don't want him. You know what I'm saying? I just want $50 million in my pocket. If you give me $50 million, Luis Enrique, you'll make me a happy man to make my next signing, which is going to be big. It's going to help us win the Champions League. And if I get this signing, I'm telling you right now, I will win the Champions League, Luis Enrique. So, $50 million in my pocket, I love to see it. It's now time to find Marcus Thuram's replacement. Well, that's if he accepts. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Napoli, no Napoli. Need him. I got 5 back. I need him, man. Manchester City, brothers. If you want Barella, I don't want Doku, and I think Barella is the perfect man for the central midfield spot. I'm sorry, I literally don't want any other player. And Marcus Thuram, bye bye. Say hi in in French. And if I'm not wrong, I do believe he's French. So, home sweet home. How do you say bye in French again? Why do I know, bro? In school I studied Spanish. That's the reason I don't know. I know bonjour. I don't know anything else. Okay, the 2 players that we shortlisted to become our strikers, we're just gonna get straight to it. Julian Alvarez and Isak. But Julian Alvarez is going to be the better pick, and here's why. He's a Champions League former winner, just like Reece James, right? Not only that, he has experience in big moments. Not just in big moments where he's won the World Cup, he's won the Champions League, but he has experience maybe alongside Lautaro Martinez. The 2 Argentines are going to be beside each other in this attack. And this could prove to be absolutely demolishing. Let me tell you. Give me Julian Alvarez, Pep Guardiola, and I'm going to show you why I am the special one. Oh my lordy lord. And it's time to negotiate with Julian Alvarez's, people, his agent and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that he's happy. Leroy's getting a young lad coming to a big club. You're finally gonna experience what it feels like to be at a big club. Julian Alvarez, not Manchester City. You're coming to Inter Milan. You're gonna be a crucial part of our squad, and all you need to do is sign a contract. I don't care about the years. I really don't care. Release 100. If someone pays me $150 million for Julian Alvarez, he can get out. He can leave. He can leave. By all means, you can leave, bro. you can leave. And the wages of sins is death, but the gift of life is your wages will be about 150K. Just like Reece James, you know what I'm saying? 2 Champions League winner. Same wage, man. Let's see. Will he accept? Yes. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Oh my lordy lord. The special one is working his magic. We only can make two transfers. This is the last transfer. Julian Alvarez in the building. And wait, where's Jose? Julian, I'll be back, brother. I just gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm a busy man. Okay. And he's doing his medical for Inter Milan. And, seems to be doing fine. The number 9, Julian Alvarez. Oh my lordy, I'm at home. Let me tell you. And I've actually simmed to the end of the season, right before the Champions League finals. And I am not even joking. You would not believe. I am not even trolling, bro. You would not believe. In our first season, we've actually made the Champions League finals, and we're playing against Bayern Munich. And let me tell you, I'm playing. So, bro, everything is in my hands. Nothing that happened in the season between Julian Alvarez, Lautaro Martinez, Reece James, all the players, none of that matters now. Because I'm the man that's going to decide what happens here. You know what I'm saying? That, I'm special 1 2.0 if you want to call it that. And look at that. The blue and white's the one that's going to end up winning, obviously. We're going to kick off here against Bayern Munich in this one to see if we can win the Champions League. And, 20 minutes has passed. And once again, Inter Milan are behind in a Champions League finals. But this time, it's all my fault, man. Here we go. Lautaro Martinez is on the attack. On this... Who did that? I'm sorry, but who did that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to get a red card? Oh my lordy lord. Min Jae Kim. Lordy lord, man. It's not looking good, Red like on his, flag maybe. I don't know. I'm saying? I on it. Okay, that was a bit weird. We're gonna take a shot from out here with Kalasambalanu. Kalamadung ding 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 ding. Yeah, that was terrible. But it's gonna be halftime as Inter Milan are 1 behind already in the Champions League finals against Bayern Munich. But here we see Inter Milan on the attack in the 61st minute, and can they find themselves a goal as we see Mkhitaryan march towards the goal, and he's gonna rifle it in the top corner. And how does Manuel Neuer get beat at his near post so easily? And bro, oh my lordy lord, top corner, oh my lordy lord. I'm even doing sound effects and stuff, bro. Oh my gosh, I probably should even cut it back. But no, Mkhitaryan, the man that I was originally going to sell and bring in a different player, has got us the lifeline to win the Champions League 15 years later. The special one is here. The special one is here. And at the end of 90 minutes, it's 1-1. And we still have the chance to win the Champions League against the Giants of Germany, Bayern Munich. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you that. Bayern Munich versus Inter Milan. Who's gonna win it? Who's gonna show why they're the best in Europe? Oh my lordy lord. We have begun once again, and that's an absolutely beautiful save from summer. Summer. It's close to summer, summer. It's close to summer. And summer is gonna try to launch Inter Milan on the attack right there. It's an absolutely beautiful throw. And with Barella on the ball, who finds the ball to Julian Alvarez. And we could see this link up in the Champions League finals as Martinez rifles the ball in the back of the net, and that could be the goal that wins Inter Milan the Champions League. Lautaro Martinez, Julian Alvarez, the link up. What did I tell you? I told you these two lads, they were going to be absolutely astonishing. They were going to help us win the Champions League. Lautaro Martinez just gets it on his right foot. Oh my lordy lord, I want to watch that over and over again, man. Manuel Neuer beaten, man. He's beaten. And he's really beaten, if you get the pun. He's been beaten in the goal. And maybe, hopefully, Inter Milan can beat him and win the Champions League, man. That's all I want. It's going to be halftime of extra time. Let me tell you, Inter Milan flags being raised high. It's not the real Inter fans flags, guys. Guys, do better. Do better. EFC, do better, man. Do better. We're going to be going into the second half of extra time. And this is where everything will be decided. And the last minute of extra time, and Harry Kane does that. And that only means one thing. Took me one take. If you don't believe me, go watch the Twitch. Took me one take. If you don't believe me, go watch the Twitch. Inter Milan have just beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League finals. And guess what? 15 years later, the special one returns. Inter Milan are able to win the Champions League. In my last video featuring these kids, they lost 5-3 against Paris Saint-Germain in the simulation where I let EFC predict the UCL final. And now, in real life, they lost 5-0. I'm saying? It's even worse. But, now, we brought back the special one. And the special one has done absolutely special things for Inter Milan. And we're going to see the lifting of the trophy by the man himself. He's got the number 10 on his back. He's been repping Inter for a long time. It's Lautaro Martinez. And raise it high, lad. You deserve it. Absolutely beautiful stuff from Inter Milan. And finally, they are once again champions of Europe. It took bringing back the man that helped them to win it in 2010, the special one, José Mourinho, and look at them raise it high after absolutely devastating 3 years of going to the finals twice and not even scoring a goal. It took a performance like this. It took suffering. It took everything, guys. And with challenges like that, doing stuff I don't like doing, I'm telling you, playing this match was one of the hardest things I've had to sit and do. I hate playing 5 backs because it really means that I can't really even attack on the wing, bro. But here we see Inter Milan, the champions of Europe. I know you guys want to see how they got there, so we're going to be going through the Champions League table to see where we lie. What? We're not even in top 12, top 30. Juventus, Leipzig, Atalanta. We're not top 15. Top. Where are we? Fenerbahce. So my former club finishes above us in the Champions League table. This was a bad start, bro. This was a terrible start to the special one's return. Absolutely terrible start. So we had to play playoffs, and we played the playoff against Arsenal, and we actually beat them away 5-1. You absolute bro. You bottled the lead. That means they had the lead in the first leg, and they bottled it 5-3 on aggregate. And Inter Milan in the round.
Oh yeah, shake body. Oh yeah, move body. Make you ring alarm. 2016 beat Barcelona. You know, it's an absolute classic, lads. It's an absolute classic. And then against Manchester City, Julian Alvarez is able to win against his former club, as we went 4-1 in that one. And that means the next fixture that was up is the Champions League semi-finals, where we had to play against Paris Saint-Germain and send Thuram home. Well, he was already home, so we just said chill. And obviously, in the Champions League finals, we know what happened. We beat FC Bayern München to ensure that Inter Milan win their first Champions League since 2010. The special one returns, and you saw the special result.